Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is our first ever video with the name The Crafty Cottage. I hope that you guys like the name change as much as I do. It should not be changing anymore in the future, unless it's the far, far future. I am not changing it again, just so you know. So, today's video is our March plan with me, or our March setups for our bullet journal. And this month I did pretty minimalistic spreads. There's a couple new ones in there that I haven't done before. There's kind of like a collage-y aspect, so I really hope you guys like it. Tyrion wanted attention, but he just wants to bite me. So I hope you guys like these spreads as much as I do. Last week we had, for our area, a lot of snow. I say a lot. It's like 5 to 7 inches, which is a lot for our area. We don't usually get that much snow. So we had a bunch of snow, so I didn't leave for about a week last week. But today, I don't know if you can see the little bit of sun peeking through my window, but it's like 70 degrees outside today. Like, I'm in shorts and a short sleeve. It feels so nice. It feels like a nice spring day outside. And I was going to do the intro video outside, but I couldn't find anywhere that I was comfortable doing it outside. So I came back in here, and I also wanted to apologize for the light reflection in my glasses. I usually don't wear my glasses when I do intros, but I decided to wear them today because they were already on my face. So I'm very excited for this video as always. So let's get our bullet journals, our candles, and our cup of tea, and let's go plan. Alright, so today we're drinking peppermint tea with milk and honey, and our candle is pomegranate lime. All of the materials and pens and colors and things that I used will be in the description box below. And then we also have some tea and coffee dyed paper for our fun little aspects that we're doing. I did not previously pencil in any lines or words or anything since I am using the coffee dyed paper for accents. So I used a pencil for the verse and a couple other things, and then I completely forgot to use it. Our verse for this month, I chose to do Philippians 4 through 5. It says, "Rejoice in the Lord always. I will say it again, rejoice. Let your gentleness be evident to all. The Lord is near." And this is just a very comforting verse to me. It's one of my favorites. I've always loved this one. So I am just writing it out in pencil first in various fonts that I think complement each other. And then I will go back over it with fine liners and Crayola super tips, and over a couple of the words that I want to really accent and be the main focus. I put the coffee or tea dyed paper over it and then rewrote it in Sharpie. I did mess up a little bit, and I forgot to put always at the end of the first line, but I realized and I went back and fixed it. And then here I wrote that line in cursive, but I didn't like that, so I erased it and redid it with some funky writing. And I just wanted to throw out there and say, if you don't like something in your bullet journal, take it out, start over, put a page over it, make it creative. You do not have to do exactly as I do it. You do not have to keep something if you don't like it. It is your journal. You do it your way. So, like I said, I just ripped up some paper for the words I wanted to accent, and I glued them over top and rewrote the word in Sharpie. So here I glued a piece of paper over the word rejoice, and then I glued another one over the Philippians 4, 4 through 5. So as I said, I am just going back in with fine liners and super tips to go over the words, and I did fix and put always in, so I did fix that. This month, like I said, all the colors and everything will be down in the description box, but I decided to do browns to accent the color of the paper that I was using. For the title page, I just got another piece of coffee dyed paper and tore the edges off of it, and then I pulled out, I had to figure out how I wanted to orient it, and then I pulled out some letter stamps for the word March, and I just stamped those on there, and then created a little accent border out of, or with black ink and a little makeup sponge. They work really, really well for ink daubers. I have not thought ahead to April's theme or verse, so if you guys have any suggestions, go ahead and leave those down in the comments, and I will gladly look at those. If you guys are interested, I can do not really a live stream of my plan with me, but something similar, maybe a less edited version, maybe a not so fast version or something. But if you guys have any recommendations or suggestions, do not hesitate to put them in the comments below. So for the first couple of spreads that aren't the title page or the verse page, I divided both the pages in half to maximize space. The first two that we're doing here are my goals for the month and my to-do list. I realized that I wasn't using up the entire page for either of those spreads, so I decided to just combine them by drawing a line down the middle and then using the tea dyed or coffee dyed paper for the headers. So here I am writing the title and then outlining, or inlining really, the piece of paper to accent it a little more. And then for the to-do, I have a stencil with some little boxes, and I just traced out the boxes so I can write out the task that I'm going to do and be able to then just mark it off in the box. stencils have been a huge part of my bullet journal lately. I believe I got these from a friend, but I think she got them from Walmart. So you should be able to find some at Walmart. They're super cute, super useful. There's a variety of them. For the goals, I started to just write out the goals plainly, but then wanted to add a little color pop to them. So I used all the colors that I am using for this month and made little boxes and then put the goals onto those. February was not a great month for me as far as goal tracking. So I'm pretty sure I have the exact same goals for March that I did for February, just because I was slacking a lot in February. So for the next spread, it is my workouts / habit tracker, and it looks pretty similar to the one from February. Again, just ripping up the paper and using those for the headers. The top is the habit tracker, and it looks exactly the same as last month. I just wrote out the numbers across and the habits down. So for these headers, I took the ink dauber and the ink and put it around the edges of the paper to make it look a little aged. I meant to do that for all of the papers that I ripped, but then ultimately forgot. So I made some other fancy ways for it. I accidentally ripped that one. But then yes, I just go back through and write with a Sharpie the title of the page or the spread. For the workouts, the workout tracker, I took a piece of paper and just glued it down, one of the tea-dyed papers, and glued it down, and then I just wrote the numbers on top of it, 1 through 31 for the days, and to the side I used the same stencil box that I did for the to-do, just to write out the different workouts corresponding to a color. And then instead of having like a set shape or anything to fill in, I'm just going to color the corresponding color over the number. I hope that makes sense. So like I said, for the habit tracker, I'm just writing the dates across the top, and then I will write the habits down the side, and then if I perform that habit on that day, put a little dot in the color that I choose for that day. My next spread is my eating out tracker. I have to replace the spending tracker. We came up with the idea, instead of tracking our spending, which I probably won't completely stop doing, but instead of doing that, I am going to track how many times a week we eat out and try to limit that. So I started by obviously putting the title down, and then I inked this cute little butterfly on there. But then I put the dates 1 through 31 on this page, and then realized that I messed up and I hadn't really thought this page through. So this page, actually, I put a piece of paper over that and then just left it. The purpose of this is, like I said, to track how much we eat out. So in reality, it's just going to be a week, and I will tally how many days that week we ate out. So it looks nothing like what it was doing. I understand if this one doesn't make any sense. It was I should have thought it out better before I started the video. The next spread is my mood tracker. Again, just doing the tearing the paper for the title. I don't know if you guys have ever done this, but just tearing paper or crumpling paper is so soothing and relaxing, and it de-stresses, and it's so great. So here I am again with that stencil, using the boxes to draw corresponding colors to moods. So I only did 4. The moods I usually track are like happy, sad, meh, and angry. So this is kind of like the workout tracker, where I just did the numbers for the days, and then I will color over it with the corresponding color. Like I said, these spreads are very minimalistic this month. This is my YouTube/blog tracker. It looks pretty similar to the one from last month. So I just inked up the edges of the page, the ripped page, and wrote YouTube/blog tracker on them. After I glued those down, I divided the paper, the page, into title, date to post, edited, filmed, and posted. So it looks just like the one from February. And this is just to track if I my blogs that I wrote, when I'm supposed to post them, and YouTube videos, the same thing. Mostly to track their progress and when I need to work on them. So for the next spread, it's, like I said, very, very similar to February. This is the social media tracker. So for this one, I realized I was only tracking Facebook and Instagram in February. So this one, I am also going to use it to track when I actually post to my blog and YouTube. Again, the same basic layout. It's divided into 3 sections for the title, the date posted, it's the date posted, the platform, and the description of what it is, what I had posted that day. So this is going to be the last of the spreads for this video. This is my prayer requests on the top, and then it's, again, the same as January and February. So we've got prayer requests on the top, divided into 3 sections, and then dividing it partially on the bottom, and then using that other page for my daily devotions. And instead of doing a whole gratitude page, I decided to take the idea from last month of doing the affirmations with my devotions, and I'm going to do gratitude along with my devotions. So here I am dividing my prayer requests into 3 boxes, 1 for church, 1 for family, and 1 for personal prayer requests. And then here I divide the page into its boxes. So, like I said, this is for daily devotions and gratitude. I like putting in sections or pages where I am required to write down things that I'm thankful for, because it just reminds me that I do have so much to be thankful for. So, I just added it to this section instead this time, because again, I wasn't using an entire page for that specific area. So here is a flip through of our March Plan With Me.